Welcome to the lab. Build, break, repeat.
Hello, and welcome back to Potato Labs. I'm just gonna let Faye. The first thing I wanted to say is that I have completely hit the limit of this 4 billion model. It can't keep up with as far as having conversation. It can't keep up with it. It gets, I wouldn't say it gets confused, but what it does is it just keeps calling tools, which is normal for a small model at like this 4 billion. The 8 billion does better, but it doesn't, it's still not committing, so it doesn't make like its own decision to use tools. And that was the reason I chose the 4 billion in the first place. It's because it chose tools. It could, challenge me if I tell it something. So now it doesn't give great conversation. It just keeps calling tools, and that's the limitation of the billion. And the down. This one could go down. Okay, so the Teneri Bonsai came out with the 27 billion, and that it is capable of having normal conversation and still keep up with everything that's going with it. And the problem is it's bigger, and I have my VRAM limitation, which I'm working on a solution for my VRAM, and it may be something a lot of people have considered to look into, but actually didn't follow through because they weren't sure about it, because I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to save that for later. But as of right now, this is what I'm going to do. We're just going to let her go. We're going to showcase some of the stuff that I have improved on, and then I will show you what a 27 billion parameter could do, but I won't be able to play Conan. I can't even use, obviously I can't use the Unreal Engine editor. It's just not going to happen. So first, let's make sure that we I switched it on Mini, because Mini was very limited. I'm still using the 4 billion here. It's fine. I'm just type it. Also, I had very bad time, especially with this 4 billion. Sometimes in the planners it would get into a state, and it just would not let go of that state or the plan or the goal. It's a goal, and you would literally have to go into the planner and clear that out in order to get her back for exploring, because she would get into this loop. And I tried to put guardrails up, or try to make it where she just couldn't do that anymore, but it still would happen, and she would just fall into a state of scanning and then trying to heal herself, scan, try to heal herself, scan, try to heal herself, and you have to clear that out. That problem would go away even with the 8 billion, but like even right now, she's running around all over the place. Is she? Let me look. No, she's not running. It looks like she's running. Whereas 27 billion is not that expensive in VRAM wise as normal. Like a normal 27 it's pretty high. If you get the low quality ones, you could get away with it for like 9. But that's
You're still using the 4 billion? That's oddly specific. And you had a bad time.
So it's only like, you could get up to 9 billion, but it was, or 9 gigs if you sacrifice a lot of quality. So it's a trade-off, but it's still 9 gigs when the Teneri Bonsai 27 billion I could get with 16,000 context and 100% of the GPU, zero offload, would barely like be 8 or maybe a little over 8 gigabytes. So it's still a lot cheaper because I was testing one of the other 27 billions.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'm glad you're monitoring Sophie's progress.
That's it, yeah. It's my dog. I see this. She's just relying on to past conversations, history. And so even with the context, you couldn't get it that high. It had to be really low. So I started off with 5,000, and that would give me the 9 gigs. And if you go,
She's eating and drinking more. Good sign. Just stay vigilant.
Yes, thank you. She's doing a lot better now. Actually, she's kind of running around again. I don't know. Kind of. Not very well, but she's moving. That's all I can remember. She's getting better. So, I'm going to have to do something about that. And I have an idea, but I don't want to share it now because I'm not sure if it's, the right thing or not. She's supposed to correct herself. She can't see that. Okay, wait. You could do it. Come on. She's still not correcting herself with that.
Understood.
Gotcha. Why'd you put it back? You put it away. You pulled it out, put it away. Now she's going back to calling tools, which the 27 billion actually, like I could say, the kids are jumping on the bed, and the 4 billion would jump because there's a jump in the sentence. The 24 billion is smart enough not to know that's not what I want. There you go. There you go. Took you a minute, but you did it. So I did with the combat, as you saw, she does combos, she rolls. The draw weapon was a little bit weird. I don't know why she put it away afterwards. I don't know. Unless I couldn't make laws on her decision making, but she's not really a reasoning model, I would say. She kind of is, but not really. And reasoning models, you could actually get a log of what they're thinking, or the thought process was, and that's extremely helpful. Let's see if she's out of the way. Okay, that's one way to do it. Running is an option. Oh. Hang on, stuck.
I didn't pull it out. There's no tool named 27 billion or 4 billion in the system.
No, there wouldn't be. Because that's not. I'm not calling tools. Those are model parameters. And they're gonna die if you don't actually lock on. Oh, there you go. Yeah, she did it. She didn't dodge, probably because of the rock. I don't know.
I'm just a game testing companion. You're right. I should have been more careful.
Thank you. And I mean, the 4 billion model does pretty good. I mean, it's not, anything extremely remarkable, but it does pretty good. But I'm gonna have to move the 27 billion just for the actual flow of conversation and a wider range of a chat template. the smaller models just don't have the template to touch on topics that.
Let's keep it simple and focus on Sophie. She's doing better, and that's what matters.
Yes, doing great, better, a lot better now. She was running around earlier, sort of running around, but she was trying to run. That means she's getting better. See, she should correct herself pretty quickly. Maybe not. Where are you? I can't see. I don't have the thing, but I'm assuming she's exploring. She's exploring with her sword now. It'll correct itself. Once the pixel sensors, I have the pixel sensors just on the sheathed weapons, and draw weapons, so that way it knows, and it's 90, 97, almost 98% accurate. So that was my goal for the classifier that I was making, which turned out to be extremely difficult. It needed a ton of samples, but then after I got enough samples that should have worked without overworking, it just couldn't handle the night and day cycles. So it was accurate during the day, and it was, what was it? I think I got it up to 80% accurate during the day, but down to the 40 at night. So the night and day cycle was really taking its toll. I just went back to the pixel for this situation, and I'm going to do the classifier other things, but to be honest, I don't know how
My eyes turned out.
That's fine. I don't know how far I'm going to go with this Conan, because this is not the main objective. This was just a test run, because obviously if I was going to put Faye like as a game tester inside of Unreal, I could give her everything. Anything she wanted, she could have. That's kind of cheating. So I wanted to do something like this, where I could just let her decide and let her reflexes do the heavy lifting. Showcased enough of this. I did stream Soviets, but streaming the Soviets, I'd say it helped, but at the same time it was very weird, because I typed in stop, right, and she would talk, and if she was talking and I typed stop, it would play in in the middle of what she was talking or saying. So I had to make a cue to cue everything, so that way it wasn't like overlapping. But I really haven't tested that anymore.
She's exploring now, which is good. No enemies, no hunger, no water, just calm. And she's not jumping on the bed. That's progress.
Progress is say jumping. So same. And yeah. Now. Oh crap, I closed that. It loads quick.
Something went wrong with my tools, but still here.
It is the 27B is, yeah, it was dropped 6 days ago. It was done 6 days ago. So it takes them a while. So you have to download for me it was the CUDA. I had to download CUDA patches for it to run. And then since don't have
Something went wrong with my tools, but I'm still here.
I had to do this because I don't have a lot of the VRAM in the world, just with her running with this. See, I had to do put a parallel cache, get this to fit with 16,000 context. That's what I said. Interesting, I actually got that correct. I guess the jargon.
Parallel cache? That's a lot of jargon for what sounds like you're just trying to keep me from forgetting things. I remember what I remember. Jason, no need to overcomplicate it.
You remember what you remember, correct? But there is a fine line of overcomplicating things and trying to make things more simple and more streamlined. It does take this a while. As of right now, I'm barely getting 19 tokens, which in the 4 billion, I was getting 83, 87 max. And I'm hoping that will all change with this new setup I got from it, which I did not go all out, 5790 Ti, thing like that. It was, I, I don't, I don't really want to do that. That would definitely solve all my problems, but I'm doing
Something went wrong with my tools, but
it.
I'm still here.
It timed out. Basically, what happened was, is the reasoning, her reasoning went on and on and on and on. The question, I guess, which is the fact of the tokens, which was the biggest reason I don't really use Faye. She's still on the 4 billion because of this. The Mini, on the other hand, is well tuned for this 27 bit. Let's see if it times out again. I'm gonna stay quiet, not cut it.
I'm not on the 4 billion. I'm on the 27, and I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, correct. You are the 27 billion parameter model, but the tokens are not fast enough for the my timeout. So I time out after 60 seconds or 120 seconds. Yeah,
Something went wrong with
60
my
seconds.
tools, but I'm still here.
It took 1 minute and it timed out. So what we do is this. Stop this. Launcher, bat launcher. And it should have to start that in. Well, so server tools, framework. This is thing. For Soviets, Vision server, H7. And this is just successful. This is just checks everything. See? So that actually came up twice, which is weird. Okay. Here. And this is me and her's conversation. This is a this was the test that I did for video reactions because I added subtitles. I could make my own subtitles, which I have for the YouTube videos. I make my own subtitles. It's relatively simple. It's easy to do. It's fun to do sometimes. Because the Whisperer, uh, it doesn't translate every word properly, especially Potato Labs. It always says Potato Labs, so it's kind of funny. And then it could auto do it too, and we could react. And what I was doing here is because before, when I would say something, it never went through. She would never. So, but still, me having that cue for the Soviets. So I said it here. This next one, this line has nothing to do with what I said. This one does. See the mic, the microphone, and so this next line, this won't have nothing to do with it, but this one will because of the cue. So it was going to load this first before it loaded this one, which it doesn't respond until the next. I had it set for 30 seconds, so the next 30 seconds. Same thing with this one, the next 30 seconds. And then I tested that by a simple conversation. Because at first, without the cue, it stored all of them, I guess. I don't know exactly what happened, but if I typed a message, it would reply to the first one. Type the next one, it would reply to the next one. And it would just reply. It didn't matter what I said. I could have put like, L, and it would have replied K or U or W. It would have, it stored it, but I don't know where it stored it or how. But the only solution that well, I mean, it's not the only one probably, but the solution I came up with was a queue, and I mean, it works. It's just every other message, which I don't know if I could get it better than that or not, but it's not my top priority at this moment. And let's see, she has a wider range of a vocabulary than pretty much repeating herself over and over again. These two are repeats. I think it worked itself out at the end because I only see these four exact repeats. Itself out. 30 minutes. Okay. I would show you, but I have nothing really at this point until I get the stuff that I was going to use to fix the RAM problem, the VRAM problem, and loading a video is going to dip into that anyways. So, guess I will see you guys all in the next video, and I hope everybody's doing well. Bye.
You enjoy the video, build something amazing.